Good morning, students. This is Vinay Sharma from Maples Academy, Deoband, Saharanpur. Today, we are going to discuss Class 11 English book Snapshots chapter Birth. The author's name is A.J. Cronin. Main characters of the chapter are Dr. Andrew Manson, Joe Morgan, Susan Morgan's mother, and the midwife, that is the nurse. Now we will have the chapter at a glance. There is a saying that after God, it is a doctor only who can save life of someone. A patient comes to a doctor with a hope that he would cure his illness, but we should not forget that a doctor himself is a human being. In this chapter, you will see that Dr. Andrew makes frantic efforts to save the life of Mrs. Susan Morgan and her child. He also used his intuition and medical knowledge to save the lifeless child when there was no hope. Now we will discuss the chapter in detail.
The story is an extract from the Citadel. Moreover, it narrates how a medical fresher handles a case of child delivery. Also, in a secretive way, he gets back living in an apparently dead child. He applies all his medical knowledge and instinct for doing so. Further, the story states the excitement of the doctor and his team. At the start, the story describes how Andrew Manson, recently out from medical school, while returning home after a quarrel with his girlfriend Christine. On reaching home, he finds Joe Morgan waiting for him to attend to his wife. Despite the night, he agreed to attend her as she was expecting her first child in 20 years. At Joe's house, he saw midwife attending the lady who was very serious. Andrew sees Mrs. Morgan and took a pause as he could understand that it would take some time. While sitting, his mind started to wander in the thoughts of other people, like Bonwell, who foolishly devoted all his life to a woman who betrayed him. In addition, he remembers Edward Page, who married an ill natured Borden and was now living unhappily separately from his wife. Meanwhile, Andrew had to beg to attend the patient. After an hour-long and harsh struggle, a child was born towards the dawn, but it was lifeless. On seeing the child, Andrew shook with horror. Subsequently, he looks to the mother who needs immediate action. So, Andrew had to choose whom to attend first, the mother or the child. He gave the child to nurse and attend the mother first, who was unconscious. Steadily, her heartbeat stiffens, and Andrew could now attend the baby. Afterwards, Andrew inquired the midwife about the child, whom she had put it under the bed among the soaked newspaper. So Andrew pulls out the child, who was perfectly formed. He couldn't recognize that it is a case of asphyxia due to lack of oxygen and excess of carbon dioxide in the blood. Moreover, he did not lose heart and start to give the necessary treatment to the child. However, the midwife told him again and again that it is stillborn, but he did not listen. Also, he continues his treatment. Near the conclusion, a wonder occurred. He rubbed the child with a towel, crushed and relaxed the little chest with both his hands. He tried to fill breath into the limp body. After some time, the little chest gave a short, difficult motion and the child starts turning around. Eventually, Andrew flung a sigh of relief and handed the child to the nurse. Afterwards, he stated the whole story to Joe, who was standing outside and walked down the street. He has a sense of deep satisfaction that he could achieve something great. So, to conclude of birth summary, we can say that through birth summary, the writer highlights the efforts of doctors and wants to say that we should keep on trying. So, this was the story of the chapter birth in brief. Thank you very much.